Well, thank you guys, everyone, for sticking around. I think this is the last big panel of the day, and we're really excited to be here. And in fact, I think this conversation is a long time coming. If this conference was said in 2001, we'd be talking about who's going to be the king of the digital living room. But it feels like we're finally at a moment where the conversation is really, really relevant. I want to introduce and give each of these panelists an opportunity to introduce themselves. We have Ryan Perazzi, who's Director of Movies from Best Buy, Russ Schaefer, who's Senior Director of Product Marketing for Connected TV at Yahoo, Mitch Singer, who's the CTO of Sony Pictures Entertainment and the President of the Digital Entertainment Content Ecosystem, and John Griffin, Director of Connected Electronics from Dolby Laboratories, and finally, Andrew Goodman, Director of Broadband Content for AT&T. And maybe we'll just go down the line, and starting with Ryan, maybe you could just give 30 seconds on you and your company, and then we'll get into the moderated conversation.
Sure. Again, Ryan Perazzi from Best Buy. I lead our movies business, both physically and digitally. And Best Buy is attempting, as we always do, to evolve with our customers. So I've been building our digital entry into movies for the last year and a half, and only recently took over the physical side. So we're very interested in terms of who's going to be the king of the digital living room and how we interact with our customers there.
I'm Russ Schaefer with Yahoo, and my focus is on our global marketing for our Connected TV product. And Yahoo is all about following the consumer wherever they consume content. People spend 40x times more time spent watching video on TV than they do on the web. So for us, it's a big place to provide a personalized experience, especially with broadband now, allowing us to deliver a very personalized media experience from the internet. I think it's a great opportunity for Yahoo.
Mitch Singer, Sony Pictures, and I run this little consortium called Digital Entertainment Content Ecosystem, DECE. And everything that you start hearing about, the digital living room, hopefully will be bringing some new products to consumers so they can actually enjoy content anywhere, almost on any device.
Okay. My name is John Griffin. I work at Dolby Laboratories. Dolby's focused on improving the entertainment experience, not only in the living room, but of course also in the cinema and mobile. My particular area, of course, is more the living room. I'm focused on a wide range of consumer electronic devices and online services, Blu-ray, et cetera.
And my name is Andy Goodman with AT&T. I'm part of AT&T's content acquisition and licensing group. We focus certainly on UVerse has been a big product for us as we get into the living room, coming up on about 3 million subscribers by the end of the year. And as we go from here, it's really about how do we then take the living room and take that out to all of the devices and all of the places where our customers are connected, whether that's extending video to their phones, to their PCs, to tablets, and any other devices that they may have.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out a number of questions. I'll do my best to direct them towards one of the specific panelists, but anyone is encouraged to chime in, and we'll try to leave 5-10 minutes at the end for questions. So, Andy, I'm actually going to start with you. So distributors, traditional networks, et cetera, used to have a fairly tight grip on audience. If you wanted to watch your favorite show, you had to go to a specific network for most of our lifetime at a specific time, and that's all changing now. People can watch The Office on a number of different platforms through a number of different devices. How far has the pendulum actually swung? Have distributors lost that leverage, or is it just a different type?
Well, first of all, I would say that at least from our selfish perspective, however, the pendulum has swung in our direction. 5 years ago, we didn't have a TV product. We're now at almost 3 million customers. But that said, I think that the pendulum's been swinging for a while. We talk a lot today about companies like Hulu or Netflix or others that are taking content over the top. But I would say that to a great degree, the pendulum started swinging when DVDs came out and people could buy their, buy a TV series at the end of the season. Some might wait. They could see it again. There were other opportunities to watch that content. And this has been coming for a while. Today, it just gets easier. Customers might want it to be easier. But where the pendulum starts slowing down is when the industry sees, wait a second, are we taking this in a direction where there's no more money? And there's no more way to shoot the shows that we want to make. Today, the TV industry, operators such as ourselves, collectively spend $32 billion a year in affiliate fees. That's a real business. That's bigger than all US internet advertising combined. Total online video advertising, about $1.5 billion this year. So the question is this pendulum going to keep swinging to the point where everybody's going to watch everything over the top? If it does, there's no money to make the programming anymore. And I think that you're almost starting to see the pendulum slow down. What was out there on Hulu a year ago is not quite what it is today. You're seeing cable content being pulled back. You're seeing even broadcast content being pulled back. And I think it's going to be very interesting over the next couple of months or years to see where this goes long term.
So then, the experience, I imagine, becomes really important because as people can get their content in so many different ways, and the pendulum is continuing to swing in that direction, I think that it's entirely about the experience and making people choose a better experience over one that is less desirable. Maybe Russ, talk to us about why would people choose to engage in certain types of content through a connected device, through Yahoo's connected services, when there's lots of other choices? How do you guys differentiate?
I think just getting to his point, it's not necessarily all about just getting a TV show or a movie. It's about what do people do in their living room while they're watching television. And if you look at the Nielsen numbers or any other studies that are out there, Yahoo did one ourselves, 60 to 75% of people have internet content with them while they're watching television. So why is that the case? Well, because they're actually either doing something that's completely unrelated to TV, but they like TV to be part of that experience. So how do you support that? Or it's content related to television. It could be an advertisement, it could be something they saw, a product. So how do you actually enhance TV by providing content around TV? And we think our experience really supports that. We're focused on bringing the best of the web in a TV sort of centric manner to where TV is the priority. You can view the content alongside the television program. And feel like that's the way people consume content. We're not trying to change behavior. We're trying to provide a solution that matches the behavior. So we think that is kind of a very good way for both industries to sort of win. You're creating sort of a new type of content that also can be monetized, that can be very personal, and can be very targeted, that is not just in a sense replacing TV shows or movies, which is in a sense a linear sort of experience today. We think that's sort of the next phase, and that's Yahoo's business. We're a content and communications company. We're about how do you combine those two together in a way that's customized to the device. And we think we've really taken a very device-centric approach, whether it be mobile, whether it be the web on a PC, or whether it be a tablet, or whether it be the TV. For us, they're all different ways people access a lot of the same content, but maybe different experiences. So we think we can have a TV-centric experience that supports that behavior as well as move with them as they go from one device to the next.
Mitch, with DECE and Ultraviolet, it seems like your group is focused as much on responding to consumer demands as anybody. The demand that they want it, where they want it, when they want it, how they want it. How do you feel consumers would describe the current state of affairs? Are they satisfied with the way it's going? Are we going in the right direction? Where do you think it needs to go before the masses really adopt the notion of the digital living room, digital distribution, et cetera?
Well, I was thinking about the name of the panel, who is king of the digital living room? And I'm sure as we think about this, it's like, is it going to be AT&T? Is it going to be Google? Is it going to be Apple? Is it going to be Sony? Is it going to be Microsoft? What platform is going to own the consumer in the living room? And I'm sitting here thinking, I want the consumer to be king of the digital living room. They should be the ones that control how they view content, on what device they view content. And I think what we see right now is in that very fight for the digital living room, as we all interpreted the heading of the panel to mean, what we're end up seeing is every single time a new service comes on to deliver content to consumers, we see more market fragmentation, forcing consumers to choose a platform to aggregate their content from a single platform provider. And it's no wonder that digital growth today, I think some of the numbers from Screen Digest from 2007 to 2008, digital grew 130-something%. And from 2008 to 2009, it grew only at 33%. And now from 2009 to 2010, we're probably going to see it maybe even shrink again. So the question for me is, what do you do about these consumers that when there's so much fighting going on for the living room, and consumers are going, whoa, enough of this? And I think what's happening is if we're really going to have the consumer be the king of the digital living room, we have to give the consumers more choice and more freedom and more control over how they want to view their content. So some of the stuff that we're doing in DECE is we've created a brand, as many